Today, day 5 of FDP, and now I would like to request Dr. S. Selvara sir to deliver chief guest introduction.
Good afternoon, everyone presented here. The PG Department of Corporate Secretaryship, in association with IQAC of Dhanraj Jain College, organizes a professional enrichment for faculties and development programs on strategic management practices for NAAC accreditation. I extend my heartily welcome to all the heads, associates, assistant professors, faculties, and research scholars from various colleges and educational institutions all over the India. Today is day 5 of faculty development program under the criteria 5 on the topic of student support and progression by our remarkable resource person, Dr. S. GANAPATHY, Associate Professor and Head, Department of Corporate Secretaryship, SEA College of Arts and Science, Chennai. He is having a professional teaching experience of more than 15 years. Dr. S. Ganapathy sir acted as a resource person for more than 35 webinars, FDPs, and workshops in many themes and presented papers around 40 international and national conferences. He also published more than 40 research articles in various UGC CARE journals, Scopus indexed journals, and reputed peer-reviewed journals. Our resource person for today has an enormous achievement. Apart from his achievement, he is the best person of all time. We would love to have you today, sir. It's over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Am I audible, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Audible.
Okay.
I'll share my screen.
Sorry, sir.
I'll share my screen, sir.
Okay. You can share, sir. You can share.
Is my screen visible, sir?
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So very good afternoon to everyone present here. So I take this opportunity to thank DBJC College management, principal, professor in charge, and the IQAC team and PG Department of Corporate for inviting me as one of the resource person for this esteemed FDP program. So today is day 5, and myself Ganapathy. I'm heading Department of Corporate at SEA College of Arts and Science. So the topic given to me is NAAC Criterion 5, which is focusing on student support and progression. So these are the various key indicators comes under Criterion 5. Student support, student progression, student participation and the activities, and finally alumni engagement. So these are the 4 major key indicators under this Criterion 5, student support and progression. So we will look into each one of these criteria and see what are the expectations from the NAAC to fulfill. So this is the brief overview about the Criteria 5, what it focuses, and why it is required. So the very important part is they are spending their almost 14 years they have studied till +2 and then coming back to college. So the 3 years or 4 years or including PG 5 years, it should be the learning experience should be the meaningful one. The first and foremost part is it should not be in a theoretical aspect. As you all know, the NEP focusing more on skill-based, practical-oriented learning experience. So slowly we are moving on to, we are going to compete with, the foreign universities So we are going to more focused on project-oriented learning rather than normal classroom method. So to facilitate the holistic development, so it should be it should not be half done or 40% or 50%. It should be something when he goes out, he should be 100% effective in that particular domain. So that is what the expectation. So similarly, once we need to evaluate the performance of the students, and also after completing his graduation, what he or she is doing. That is the alumni connect, what they are doing, what is their profile, are they in line with our education system, that is whatever that they have studied, are they in connection with the profession that they are carrying out in their future career. And as you know, after completing their graduation, they may go for higher education, or they may go for post-graduation, or some of the students, they go for entrepreneurship. So all these to be tracked over here in criteria 5. So this is first one, as the first point is 5.1, that is student support. So what are the supports that we are providing as a teacher, as a management? So as a management, the expected is what kind of a scholarship provided by the institution, or the freeship provided by the institution, or the students may go for a government scholarship or any other private institution where they as a part of their corporate social responsibility, they may go for a scholarship. So for which the first 5.1.1 is focusing on scholarship. So at the topmost, where you can see it's a QNM, which is nothing but quantitative information. NAAC, I think for the past, I think most of the seniors are here, and even those who are fresher, for the past 4 days, you come across this terminology, quantitative and qualitative. When it comes for a quantitative, we need to give the data in numbers, like say how many scholarship provided as a part of merit scholarship, or you're going to give 100% scholarship. So these numbers, when NAAC is expecting, which comes under QNM, quantifiable information. There are certain parameters where they focus on qualitative information. Qualitative information where you have to know it is in the form of a descriptive part. So qualitative is a descriptive where you have to write a summary as per the guidelines, so 100 words or 500 words, which was prescribed by the NAAC in their self-study report. Okay, so this one is QNM, focusing on focusing on the scholarship pattern. So every institution should have a proper manual for each and every process. See, not only for scholarship. If a college is providing a scholarship, so there should have a proper rules and regulations framed, and that policy document to be kept in front of the meeting, and it has to be resolution to be passed. Those resolution passed information also to be SSR report. That is, SSR is the report which has to be submitted to NAAC when you are going for NAAC accreditation process. So policy manual, not only for scholarship, wherever it is required, whatever the process. See, I have given as a policy manual, or it is a desk procedure, or it is a process step. So all are seems to be the same. So what kind of different types of scholarship, like say a merit scholarship or a sports scholarship, disability scholarship. So these kinds of scholarship under different categories need to be printed in a policy document. It has to be passed in a management governing body, and as well as in the academic council meeting, where it has to be passed and the same to be uploaded in NAAC portal. So here these are the expected points from the NAAC, like say how many students got benefited, under different schemes. Every college, each and every institution will have their own name of the scholarship will be there. So you have to mention the name of the scheme. And the sanction letters of scholarship, that is also is very important. You have to give a scholarship letter to the candidate stating that you comes under these category of scholarship. And it has to be duly signed by the authority, competent authority. So who is eligible to sign? All such things has to be mentioned in your policy document. And website as a part of public disclosure. As you all know, like website seems to be very important when anyone go and search anything. So they will go and search into the website. So what, the policy documents, what kind of a scholarship also should need to be uploaded in your website. And the upload self-attested letter, that is in your college letterhead, should state the year-wise scholarship details. That is how many students have received the scholarship since, I think, as you all know, like NAAC expects 5 years data. So if it is a 5 years data, starting from your beginning until the end, all the 5 years, you should have a proper tabular column, the name of the students, under which class, and what is the amount that the amount scholarship has been provided. So this has to be taken in college letterhead, and it has to be acknowledged, self-attested, preferably by the principal and as well as by the IQAC coordinator. So this is newly, which is expected. Frequently, NAAC also, they are slowly, started changing their SOPs, that is standard operating procedures. So I request everyone to know, keep on, just frequently go and check the NAAC website to see what are the changes that was happening in your SSR. Okay, and similarly, the final is audited statement. This is ultimate, when you audit, even if it is a college, if it is a non-profit organization, where the college has to prepare this income and expenditure statement instead of profit and loss account. Since the non-profit organization, it's a mandatory that they have to prepare income and expenditure and balance sheet. So in expenditure, it should state what is the value. It has to be certified by the auditor. So you cannot do anything on this. So whatever the amount that you are disclosing every year, say for example, 2023, we have given 50 lakh scholarship. So that 50 lakh scholarship will have an impact on your statement, that is in your income and expenditure statement. The scholarship for the year 2023 is 50 lakhs, and you should have a proper documents. That is where we are sending all such documents as an additional information in the SSR report. This is your first parameter, and we are moving on to the next one, 5.1.2. And this is something focusing on Q1M. So this is, as I said, in previous slide where you can see it's a Q&M, it's a quantitative, and this is a qualitative. So qualitative, where you have to, a descriptive part, where you have to give a NAAC in a descriptive format, and also you have a supporting document can be attached as an additional information in the SSR report. So 5.1.2, efforts taken by the institution to provide career counseling, including e-counseling and guidance for competitive examinations. So what kind of a career counseling sessions that you are arranging for your students? So the most recent topics need to be covered to the student. Like say, fintech, as you all know, like fintech, climate finance, and data analytics, as you all know, machine learning, artificial intelligence. So these type of career advancement programs, counseling need to be done to the students on what is artificial intelligence, how it is getting connected with across all the areas of discipline. See, AA is not only focusing for computer science, but also AA with finance, AA within the marketing field, AA in HR. So it is, AA is not only computer science domain, it connected with across all the disciplines. So those kinds of recent topics need to be taken, and we have to inculcate the knowledge of the recent happenings to your wards. So career counseling sessions on your recent topic, and there are n number of competitive exams, like government exams, like even those kind of an awareness is lacking with the students. So need to educate the students. These are the various competitive examinations, or you can do an awareness program on competitive exam, what is IAS, IPS, IRS, and etc. etc. So you can ask the expert to come and talk on those fields, which gives them, they can learn as a part of their awareness program. And as you all know, like whenever you organize any program, it is something, I think it's common, where we need to prepare a report, where you need to write, like what is the speaker has given their insights. Those points need to be, and the registration forms of the student signature, and you need to take a geotag photo, and you also provide the guest profile invite. And very important part is most of the most of the colleges where they do a mistake on the outcomes. I think in most of the report where I couldn't find this outcome, whenever I go for any academic audit or somewhere, when you organize any program, or even a guest lecture, so just give glimpses of what is the outcome at the what is the learning phase of the students after attending this session. So after studying the subject, we have that course outcome, program outcome, program specific outcome. So all such things. Similarly, when you organize any conference or any seminars or lectures, try to bring these outcomes in your report, which gives more weightage for your program. So even that can be shared in the invite as well. During sharing the invite, just disclose these are the outcomes after attending this session. The students or the faculty can learn these kinds of skill set after attending the session. So the outcomes are very important for any program. So this is a qualitative information where you can give a summary as per the how many words or other things, but all can be consolidated in a separate single file. All 5 years, all put together, all the departments, each and every department will conduct different programs connecting with the competitive exams or any career oriented sessions, all to be connected together in a one single file, and that can be uploaded as an additional document for this qualitative. That is not mandatory, but if you enclose, which gives a value added for your metrics. And this one is a quantitative information again, 5.1.3. So the capacity development and skill enhancement initiatives taken by the institution, by the department. Like say soft skills, what these are the 4 points which are given by the NAAC itself, like soft skills, language and communication skills, life skills, and awareness of trends and technology. So when you organize any program, check whether the topic in line with these 4. So when it is connected with these 4, where you can very well in your invite, where you can say capacity development and skill enhancement program on your title. So this is something expected from the NAAC. So what kind of training, what kind of soft skills training provided by the institution to the wards, and so that as you know, language and communication, life skills are there. Very important part is entrepreneurial development, entrepreneurship, how you are inculcating the entrepreneurship skill sets to the students, what was their expectation, and awareness of trends and technology. These are all recently which was added in the NAAC. So trends and technology, like as I said, AI is not only domain to computer science, but also across all the disciplinary areas. So when you are organizing any programs, check whether your program are in line with these four. Then very well you can say in your invite itself, where you can say it's a capacity development and skill enhancement program. So as I said, like these are the some of the expectation which was given on the right hand side. Like your circular, your brochure, as I said, like attendance registration, if you are given a certificates, and all such to be accumulated in a one single document, that is a report. And your program link to be updated against your department, like webinar, whatever the program that you have organized, the report and all such things need to be uploaded onto your college website portal. And you have, as I said, like resource person profile, everything geotag photo and with the captions, and whether if it is published in any of the newspapers or national or local newspapers, where you can like have that as a enclosure as an additional document. So randomly they will like as you all know, DVV is nothing but data validation and verification partner. So the DVV, it's a third party, even they are not connected with they are not forming part of NAAC. They are the outsiders, where the data validation and verification partner will randomly check, and if they want to know any of the details, the query will be sent to us after submitting your SSR. So this is 5.1.3. And next one is, again, this is a quantitative information where we need to give the data. The institution adopts the following for redressal of student grievance, including sexual harassment and ragging cases. So whether the college is implemented the policy, are they having a strong policy on this, and whether the awareness has been spread among the students. So what kind of tracking mechanism that you are doing, like how you are gathering the students' grievances report, whether you are going to connecting through online or offline, and what is the time has been taken to resolve the query of the student. All such need to be recorded in a proper tracker. As I said, like you can see that a tracker mechanism. So tracker mechanism where you have to write what is the issue raised by the student and what is the correction. See, this is something like very important when it comes for quality aspects. Correction is nothing but immediate solution for the problem. Whenever a student comes and raise any grievance or any query, we have to take an immediate correction for the solution. Immediate correction you cannot take not more than 1 day or 2 days. Immediate correction for the problem. And later on, the team that is, I think, hope every college will have this grievance redressal committee will be there, or any committees will be there. So what they have to sit and decide, they have to go for corrective and preventive action. That is, the same mistake should not happen again in future. That is what the CA and BA, which was mentioned at the topmost. So you need to track what is the query raised by the student, and when date, you should have a proper date, and what is the name of the student, and what is the query that has been raised, and the severity. You can also rate it is a high, medium or low severity, and based on the severity or whatever it may be, the low or medium or high, immediate solution for the problem is a correction. So what is the correction taken by the committee? And next you have to take it forward to like your management principle. So these are all your corrective action, preventive action. That corrective and preventive action to be shared with the committee, and the ultimate aim is the same mistake should not happen again in future. So that is what the expectation from this point. And proof for implementation of guidelines. See, whenever you are implementing, you have to pass a minutes of the meeting placed with the board. So it has to be whatever the policy that you are framing for. As I mentioned, the policy is nothing but your a desk procedure or your excuse me, or your process step, okay, All such things need to be placed in a governing body, that is in your management board meeting, and it has to be passed by the board of trustees, that is in your governing body meeting. So report of organization-wide awareness, how you are spreading awareness, and it should be like a zero tolerance. In the sense like you have to understand, you have to educate the students, you have to like the concerned committee will have a session with the students. You need to inculcate what is which, or how to like the policy need to be described to the students, and as well as if they are facing any grievance, they can go and record those grievances through online. I think AACT UGC has given already. We have to go for online redressal. That is, we need to track all these through grievances through online rather than offline. So you need to submit the proof how you are going to like get all those query, and what is the turnaround time that you have taken to solve the problem, and what are the minutes that has been passed. All such things need to be updated, and similarly every year the annual report on this to be uploaded in the I think AQAR report or there AQAR, where you need to upload this annual report of the company, what has happened. Similarly in SSR, all 5 years to be cumulated and to be updated in this metric. And this one 5.2.1, sorry, percentage of placement of outgoing students during the last 5 years. So placement, so what kind of placement support provided to your wards? So as you all know, like NARF, I think, hope everyone are aware, National Institute of Ranking Framework, where they have included this placement to, like in the sense they have, this year onwards, they have started gathering the placement, that is your HR contact details, and how many students have got placed, what is their highest package. So all such information, which even in NARF they have started gathering the inputs during this NARF ranking. So similarly in NAAC also you are having the same pattern. What is the name of the company, what is the domain discipline, and what is the package that they are providing to the students. So year-wise, as like the placement officer, the college training and placement officer has to prepare this and has to be submitted. And whether any like job recruitment drives, pool campus drives, which was campus drives, all such information to be like prepared in a report kind of thing. Similarly, as we discussed for student grievance report, similarly training and placement report to be prepared by the placement officer and to be uploaded. And recently they have reframed. Earlier days, what happens is we can show the email confirmation from the HR stating these are the students who have got selected, and that we have shown a proof to their NAAC and they have accepted. But right now they are very clear on this. The last before the point is like a copy of the offer letters, appointment orders can be preserved for DVV clarification. So only appointment orders and offer letters, the letter of intent, those letter received by the candidate, by the student alone is accepted. The email confirmation from the HR to the placement division will not be accepted henceforth. So this is a new revision which was made, I think in 3 months before it got changed. So students getting multiple offers will be counted as one. So this is related to placement, and similarly this one is next again quantifiable information. Even the previous one, placement number of students have got, we need to give the numbers which is like data need to be given for the past 5 years along with the report. This one is percentage of students progression towards to their higher education. So how many students like after completing their graduation or post-graduation or even MPhil. Now I think MPhil is got abolished, but even when we go back for 5 years, when you are in the tenure, we need to show that as well. And even to PhD to postdoctoral as well. So the students enrolling for higher education, as a proof of the document, they have to submit their ID cards and their admission letters, or even the fee paid receipt can be accepted as a proof of the document. So all such needs to be, data to be driven from all this, passed out students. Whether are they progressing any higher education. If they are pursuing any higher education in the same institution, it's not an issue. We can easily, data can be retrieved easily. But when they go outside and go for other college, other institution to carry their future career, then they have to submit all such proof of documents for, as a proof of document, and you have to mention the name of the student and what he is pursuing, and what is the institution where he is pursuing the post-graduation or whatever it may be. And like say for example, the passing a competitive examination for higher education, example, when I take this TANCET exam will not be forming part of this category. So competitive exams, higher education cannot be considered as a progression to higher education. Till the students get admitted, that is very important. So after completing TANCET exam, he has cleared, when he or she has cleared, only when he admitted in any of the colleges or institution will be considered as a count in this criteria. And this one is percentage of students qualifying in state, national, international level exams. So students qualifying in state, national, international, those data need to be gathered from the students, and the proof of the document need to be enclosed is their hall ticket. So hall ticket, that need to be enclosed, and if it is ranking list, after passing, those ranking lists need to be disclosed, and qualifying certificate of the students. So this is you need to encourage, motivate the students. Only when you organize any awareness program on competitive examinations, these are the various competitive examinations are available in Tamil Nadu or in across the India, all such international, even to international level. We need to educate by way of providing an awareness session. So that is where in your previous metrics parameters, where you have one session, one metrics where focusing on what kind of an awareness session provided to the students on competitive exams, that is connected here. So only when you provide an awareness, the students will not educated. So do some educational, that is competitive examination awareness, followed you will have end up with a very good numbers in this matrix 5.2.3. And this is focusing on student participation and activities. So this is 5.3. So how you are motivating or encouraging your students to participate in other colleges activities or the sports events or the cultural. So those details is very important. You need to know not only as I said, classroom teaching, apart from they have to go to other institution to see what is happening there on various grounds, it may be a sports, or it may be connected with your extracurricular activities, or even it's a co-curricular activities. So on these three grounds, students can go to outside world to see what is happening in other institution, and the same can be inculcated in your institution too. So when it comes for a sports, inter-university, state, national or international alone will be considered. So intra or inter institutions will not be considered. So this is focusing on the sports category. So the students' participation in Republic Parade by the NCC cadets will be considered here, and only the winners, runners alone. The metrics in your metrics, the winners and runners alone can be updated. the participation or any appreciation letter will not be accepted by the NAAC. So the e-copies of awards and letters to be, like it should have a proper, again in your everything, whatever the supporting document, all should be taken in your college letterhead, and it has to be authenticated, it has to be self-attested, and you should have have all your details in your as a scanning document. You have to scan all your students' achievements, certificates, and scan it and post it in your as a one single document, and the same document to be uploaded into SSR report. And this is qualitative information again in the same 5.3, and how far your students actively participating in the academic and administrative activities of the institution. So students' participation in academic and administrative. I hope everyone are aware that for example, if I take IQAC, in IQAC there is one representation from the student. They can act as a member. Similarly for other committees too. So how students are involving in your academic as well as in your administrative. So whenever you are providing any committee list, this is a supporting document actually. Again, the committee list need to be approved by the board by mentioning these are the members, and you need to get the signature from everyone, and the students must sign on that. So so the institution should have a various councils, clubs, committees, and all such councils, clubs, committees where your students' representation should be there. It's a must. And as I said, students will be forming part of all the meetings of such committees, and you should have a proper minutes for each and every committee or a club or a council, and what is the resolution has been taken on, what is the action plan, all such needs to be accumulated in one single document. Okay. This is a qualitative information. As I said, qualitative information, no need to provide data, but as you have an additional information, it is somewhere it is expected you to upload, even though it is not a mandatory. If it is not a mandatory, you yourself have an option called additional information in SSR. So accumulate everything, consolidate everything in a one single document, all your committee list, and how far the student contributing, that can be given in a descriptive part, and what are all the minutes that has been passed with your signature, with all your signatures. As I whenever minutes of the meeting, you list down all the members list along with the student's name, and they have to sign, and that document to be scanned and uploaded, even though if it is a non-mandatory. And this is again in 5.3. The institution organizes activities. So whether your institution having a regular sports activities, or your cultural events, any intercollegiate management events, technical fest, or any other club related, like say even like ED, entrepreneurial development related, or any citizen consumer clubs. There are a lot of environmental clubs out there. So whatever the activities organized for the benefit of the student need to be updated here. So how many students from other colleges and your college has participated, and what you need to submit a report, as I said, all such information, all related, your photograph with the geotagged, and profile of the chief guest, and all such things to be uploaded. And next one is, we are moving on to the, I think it's the last stage of 5.4. In 5.4, the alumni contribution during the last 5 years to a higher education institution through registered alumni association. So this is very important. I think most of the colleges, the alumni is not get registered. So it is very important that your alumni association need to be registered accordingly. And the amount has been contributed, what is the amount that is contributed by your alumni, that has to be properly, you should have a separate account. I think most of you are aware, you should have a separate account. That account will be, like whatever the funds received from the alumni need to be deposited over there, and that fund to be utilized for the development of the student and development growth of the institution. And the alumni registration fee will not be considered here. That is only the registration fee, but this is something they are focusing on, alumni contribution after they register. So registration fee will not forming part of here. And as I know, like the very important supporting document is here, your income and expenditure statement. So alumni contribution, what is the contribution made, and it has to be certified by the chartered accountant. So they will verify what are the amount that has been replicated in your bank account, received from so and so person. So you should have a proper record, whoever the alumni paying the contribution to be recorded appropriately, and that will be utilized for growth and development of the institution. So 5.4.2, alumni contributes and engages significantly to the development of the university through academic and other support system. So the very important part, like alumni association should be active at all times. So how it active at all times? We will conduct only 1 or twice in a year. So instead, you can also have, like you can bring your alumnus as a part of their, they can come there as an expert person. They can come as a, a resource person to your institution, and they can give their, knowledge transformation insights to the juniors on various, like say they can do some workshops, seminars, or conference guest lectures. They can also provide internship support, certain courses, now again NAAC and the ACT, or they mainly expecting students, rather than in the classroom teaching, they are expecting to go out. Industry Academia Connect, as you all know, Industry Academia Connect, how it is getting connected through by way of you can ask the students to go for internship. You can support in connect with the training and placement department, or your own department, where you can have a memorandum of understanding with the different companies, where you can ask your students to go there and learn the practical aspects rather than theoretical. So the alumni can do internal internship and project for their juniors. They can also do the placement support too. So they can do placement support. They can do some campus drive in your institution, and they can recruit the best people. So these are the various how you are going to connect with the alumni, and how you are going to engage them into your institution. So I think that's all from my end. I think I'm earlier completion. Also, as a summarizing part, I expect, I just actually generally every process should have a proper manual. That is, in the sense, you should have a proper policy, rules and regulations. So whenever the NAAC people, when they come to your place, after submitting your SSR peer review visit, they expect the policy. When you're recruiting a person, they will expecting HR policy. What is your HR policy? Even when you are going for any admission, you have to submit your admission policy. When you organize any program, when you do any diploma program or career-oriented program to the students, it is mandatory that you have to frame the policy, and it has to be passed accordingly in the minutes of the meeting of your board. So that's all from my end. Organizers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes.
It was very informative and excellent section, sir. Now I request Dr. S. Selvaraj, sir, to deliver the oath of thanks. Thank you.
I am Dr. S. Selvaraj, Assistant Professor of Department of Corporate Secretaryship, Dhanraj Bait Jain College. It is my privilege to propose vote of thanks for today's session. I hope today we all had great takeaway from the webinar on NAAC. I would like to thank the management and our principal, Dr. C. Murugesan sir, our professor in charge, Dr. M. Shaktivel Murugan sir, for being a supportive hand for each and every initiative we made, and the IQAC team of Dhanraj Bait Jain College. And also, I'm very much obliged to thank the resource person of today's session, Dr. S. GANAPATHY sir, for your valuable seminar on student support and progression. Yeah, great. Excuse me. Yeah, greatest takeaway from you, sir. It was great indeed to have you, sir. A heartful thank to all the participants from various colleges and educational institutions all over India. Without you, all this day would not be possible. And also the technicians who work efficiently for the betterment of the program. I once again thank all of them for making this day successful. Thank you so much. Attendance link will be posted on chat box. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.